Your users don't know anything about your product. Hey guys, Pranjal here, founder of Your Brand. We have developed a lot of products for different startups, and here are a few pointers that you should consider to onboard your users easily. Having a right onboarding strategy is very crucial for any startup. So make sure that you take some notes. Take up your iPad or your notebook and let's get started. We can have various strategies and various key pointers that you can consider to onboard your users easily, and these are all dependent on your features, how complex is your product. So you can develop products that it could have just one key feature, and you could develop an app that the UI talks for itself, right? Basically there's just one feature and the whole product revolves around that one feature. Just for an example, the calculator app. Everyone knows how a calculator works, so there's no need for a proper tutorial for a simple calculator app. The UI talks for itself. So in that cases, you don't need any onboarding strategies. But when there are complex features, right? When there are important configurations that user might have to do just so that the product might work perfectly for them. In that cases, you'll have to have a perfect onboarding strategy to remove all kind of hassles for the users, all headaches for the users, and even that would imply that zero headache for your support team. So point number 1, UI integrated tutorials. You have a very complex dashboard. It is integrated with multiple of the features. Basically, the first glance the user have on your dashboard, he would be very confused. How to resolve this? On the first sign-in session of the user, you can have some quick tips on your user interface that would help the user understand each and every part of your product. The navigations, the menus, the tools, the main dashboard, everything, right? It will make sure that the user understands your product and the parts of it. So make sure to integrate quick UI tutorials for the users on their first sign-in sessions. Point number 2, configuration checklist. You have built a very complex product and it requires a lot of data from the user side. A lot of configurations done so that the product can work perfectly for the user. And if you expect the user to manually go to each of the dashboard segments and enter the data by himself, he won't. So the right way to deal with this is, on the first sign-in, you can give them a form. It could be a step-by-step form and it could be a checklist, and you can ask all of the data that is required for the configuration. So this will make sure that the user has entered all of the data required for the product to work perfectly for him. The third one is product onboarding videos. These are the product tutorial videos that you will record for the users and send it to them when they sign up for your product. This will make sure that the user knows each and every bit of your product. He understands your product, he feels your product. If you have any queries later on, he can just go into the product tutorial videos and he can navigate to the feature that he wants to see video for. So it will make sure that the user will have good user experience while using your product, and he would not be much confused about the product, and it will make sure that the user can rely on product tutorial videos for their basic queries rather than waiting for answers from the support team. Here comes the fourth pointer, the support team. You have already onboarded a lot of users, and it is obvious that a lot of people would be confused about different features. Maybe it could be bugs from your side. So make sure that you have a dedicated support team and they would be available to the users via chat or video call if required, just so that it would be easier for the user to quickly go to the support team in case of any confusions or any queries that they might have regarding the product. Of course, it is not possible for every startup to have a dedicated support team working full-fledged for serving the clients. But when you have the budget and option to set up a team, make sure that the user experience should be the first priority that you consider. So here are the tips that you need to have a great user experience for your product. And if you need any help in planning your UX, designing your UI, or having a great product onboarding video for the users, we are your brand mate. Bye.